Hey, how are you doing? So today in this class, what we're going to do is the Malaguena's main melody, but we're going to do it in a lower octave. Okay, so hopefully you've put in the work with the upper octave, and now we're going to do something that's a little bit challenging. It can be if you do it what I consider the right way. Okay, so we're going to learn two chords first. We're going to do the E major, okay, which is 0, 2, 2, 1, 0, 0. Okay, 0, 2, 2, 1, 0, 0. Okay, you're going to take this exact shape and you're going to move it down towards the floor, one string each. You got to keep that exact same shape, and we're going to make the A minor chord. Now you start from the A minor, or the A string rather, and you go 0, 2, 2, 1, 0. Okay, so we have the E major chord and the A minor chord. Lovely. Okay, those two chords. So make sure that you know how to do those. Okay, get that. Make sure to review the last class talking about thumb and index, how to position your hand, and all that work. Okay, and remember that there is a downloadable lesson on Patreon for all tiers. So get that, and for this too. So now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about doing this melody on this low octave, okay? So one way to do it, if you are a beginner guitarist, I would highly recommend, and even an advanced guitarist, this is a good exercise. The melody here is open string, 4th fret, and then the 2nd fret of the 5th string, again, and then we're going to go 0 on the 5th string, 3, 2, 0 again, 3 on the 6th string, 1, 0, okay? Sorry. Now, that is great. It's a great exercise just to work on. You can use your 3rd finger and then the 1st finger. Okay, that would probably be the first thing as a beginner. 0, and then the 3rd finger for that 4th fret, index finger for the 2nd fret of the 5th string. And then what I would want you to do is I would want you to change position so that you play open 5th string and then your 3rd finger for the 3rd fret of the 5th string, 2nd finger for the 2nd fret, open 3rd fret with the 3rd finger, 1st finger for that 1st fret, and then you start over, okay? That's great. Okay, like I said, there's the whole other lesson on the thumb with the index finger. Okay, and you can do free stroke or rest stroke, meaning follow through onto the next string with your thumb. I do rest stroke. Okay. Okay, and then you can play that E major. Okay, so now you know the melody. You know how to play it one way. What I would highly recommend to you is the next step. The next step would be to hold these E major and A minor chords while you're playing the melody, okay? Which means you're going to have to reach. So for that E major, you already have the 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, so you have that 3rd note of the main melody. Okay, 1, 2, 3. However, it's this one, that pinky up onto the 4th fret of the 6th string. You do it again. Now you're going to switch to the A minor chord, okay? And what's going to happen is you're going to go A, the open 5th string. With your pinky, you're going to play that 3rd fret. You're going to take your 2nd finger off, and you're going to play the 2nd fret of the 5th string. But these two fingers are staying there. Okay, so we go 0, 3, 2, 0. And I would just recommend practicing that. Play that A minor, and then go 0, 3, 2, 0, just to work on the independence of these two fingers. Okay, 0, 3, 2, 0. Now we have to play this 3. And then the crazy part, you have to reach with your 2nd finger here to the 1st fret of the 6th string while these two fingers are there. Okay? That's a monster reach, okay? For a beginner. So take your time, work on it. Now for what we're going to do, you don't actually have to do this. I'm preparing you for even later, okay? But it's really good work for you, okay? Warm up with that other stuff and then start working on this, okay? A minor, 3, 2, 0, 3, 1, 0. I have to point out a very, very important technical detail. Note, if I had fancy computer stuff, it'd be like, note, flashing, big, you know, whatever. Like, superhero, you know, I don't know. Anybody got that fancy stuff, you can help me out with this stuff. Anyway, so this part, to reach here, I want you to see where my elbow is right now, okay? See how close it is to my body? Look at where it was when I started. There we go. So, if you are sitting down and you're sitting and resting your elbow on your leg, no. So your posture and the way you sit makes a huge difference in your capacity to play your guitar, okay? Sit up straight, have the ability to move your shoulder, your elbow, and your wrist. So moving your wrist, that means ideally you never want that palm to touch the guitar, okay? Not never. I don't like to say never or always because frequently I can find an exception, okay? There are nevers and always, but there are fewer than we might think, okay? In my experience. So make sure that that elbow is free, because if you don't, unless you are, are the exceptional freak of nature, and you can just go boom, and your second finger can take a turn and get to that first fret without that. Look at me. As soon as I go to move, I can't. I have to go like that to get that angle. Okay? So just recognize that that is a big part of it. It's a big part of your guitar playing. It's that ability to move your fret hand arm from the shoulder. Okay? Cool. I have this metronome set at 152. Okay? I'm just going to play through it. You've already done hopefully the previous lesson. You know how to practice. I'm just going to play through it a few times. I'll count 1, 2, 3, and then we'll start. Okay? Start on 1. Okay? Get that E major chord. You ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. One more time. And then you can play that full E major afterwards. Okay? So now, with the high octave and the low octave, you got some really good work ahead of you, okay? And there's going to be more, okay? So let me know if you have any questions. Remember that the whole lesson is on Patreon for any level of subscriber. Make sure to hit subscribe and get the bells and notifications and all the bells and whistles. I do have an Instagram too, so you can follow me on Instagram. I have the Facebook and all that stuff. So anyway, let me know if you have any questions at all. I'm happy to help you, and enjoy the work. Have a great day. Have a great practice. Bye-bye.